we'll send that over there. There it is. Exit. Oh, we. Something went wrong. Something went wrong with YouTube's chat. I'm sorry if you're a YouTube chatter. The chat is broken. For some reason. It is what it is. It is what it is, Mosley. Sometimes the chat's fucking broken. Are you gonna cause a ruckus? Fucking probably. What? You're smack dab right in the way, you fat boy. I know you're not that fat, really. Everyone be proud of Mosley. He lost some weight. He's not as fat as he used to be. Yeah. You didn't have any choice, though. We put you on weight control, and you didn't have any say in the matter. Chat's proud of you, Mosley. That's mostly full still. Alright, today live review we have the Amaric double maturation Breton single malt whiskey. This is a French whiskey from the Waringham Distillery. It's an independent family-owned distillery in the Breton region. Mosley did not choose the chalky life. Yeah, he chose a little bit. He likes to eat. You like to eat, don't you? But he doesn't like to eat fine food. You know, he likes just straight kibble, dry. Yeah. This is 46% ABV, 92 proof, non-chill filtered, natural color. And it is 3 years in virgin Breton oak. So, virgin oak from the trees around this particular distillery, as far as I understand. Very localized tree source, I suppose. And then 3 years in ex-sherry of the Oloroso variety. So this is the cork's pretty loose, actually. I kind of don't like that. Gonna have to switch the cork on this, I think. It's looser than I would like. This is double maturation, I suppose. 3 years in virgin, 3 years in Oloroso. And it's got a loose cork, Mosley. We gotta fix that, I think. That is way, way too loose. Look at that. That's no good. What do we got? What about this one? That's about the same. See if I can dig up another cork here in a bit. Yeah, that cork is not really doing a whole lot. Or we'll have to tape it. We could just tape it too, I guess, if I don't have a cork this right size. I need to get some stoppers, I think. Because that thing is not doing much. Yeah, this is from the Waringham Distillery, which was founded in the beginning of the 20th century and produced plant liquor. That is where this comes from, I suppose. Their flagship blend was a product of 35 different plants and is still produced at the distillery today. And they never made malt whiskeys until the 80s, where they started producing blended whiskey, and their single malt was launched in 1998. So this is not particularly new. I say not particularly new in relative terms, I suppose. That's still over 25 years. So again, this is natural color, non-chill filtered, 3 years virgin Breton oak, so a virgin oak variety of some kind, and 3 years ex Oloroso sherry. So 6-year maturation total, so it's pretty young for a whiskey in this region. I'm assuming the climate in like northern France is probably not that dissimilar to the UK, but it's not exactly the same, I suppose. Just gonna give that a minute. I'm gonna see if I can dig up some sealant for that bottle. That's not where I thought it was. We gotta fix that cork, Mosley. It's gonna drive me nuts. Drive me batty. Okay, Molesy, you gonna be a problem? I'm gonna kick you off here. Your tail indicates you're ready for chaos. Holy. Right out of the gate. Really orchard fruity. Fruit fly. I'll end you, you fucker. There is like an Oloroso thing about it, but it's not like really like raisin. It's kind of more like chocolatey. It reminds me of actually, oh, some malts in there for sure. It actually reminds me of those glossettes, those chocolate covered raisins that come in like the purple box. That's actually what it reminds me of. Like, and those fruit notes quickly dissolve into like a multi-character. It's like you get like strong, like orchard fruit, apple, pear, and like chocolate covered raisin, but like very light on the raisin, more on the chocolate. And then like within 20 seconds, those are like gone and it's just malt. Like I don't get those fruits at all. It's like it's just like I instantly went nose blind to them. And now it's kind of just like a little bit of like soft hay. Like soft like cereals. Maybe some citrus. Those like it came right out of the gate with some strong flavors, like some strong aromas, and then it was just like, okay, you've had enough of those. Those are gone now. Bye. And now it's just gone. That's so weird. Okay. The Amric double maturation. On the palette, choose. Pretty malty on the palate. It's mostly just kind of like soft, slightly sweet malts on the palate. The sherry is like on the finish though. You kind of show with some sherry on the finish. That like chocolate, like slight nuttiness, dried fruit. Maybe some barrel in there too. It's like big on the finish and soft on the palate. It's definitely like bitter baker's chocolate, barrel kind of finish. Finish is like medium length. Wow. So kind of peculiar. Like to me, it's just malts now. It's just malt and some citrus and like maybe a tickle of a dried fruit. But right when I first nosed it, it was so like, oh, super duper like orchard aroma, super duper like chocolate raisin aroma. And they're like just gone. And it's like now it's just maltiness, soft sweetness, citrus. Like I can't believe how quick that dissipated for me. I guess that maybe is something to do with the age. Maybe. There's like a whisper of wax in there. It's actually came along, I think, a little nice compared to where it was when we opened this. And this was cracked. We cracked this early. Sorelia sponsored this bottle, and we cracked it early. So, thank you, Sorelia, if you're out there in the universe. I appreciate your support. And at the time, I felt it was really malty, and maybe a little bit maltier than I would prefer. And maybe if it used some more age, it could be a little bit better. And I don't necessarily think that opinion is wrong. I feel like the nose has developed a little bit. I just like don't. I wish like that initial wave of aromas kind of stuck around longer than like, I don't know, 30 seconds. It's really, I really just don't get it anymore. It's all just kind of soft malt aromas that you would kind of expect out of like a younger, low barrel impact whiskey. And this whiskey didn't necessarily have, low barrel impact. Like, it had a virgin barrel and a sherry barrel, right? It's not that, like, they used inert barrels. It's just they weren't in the barrels for long enough, I guess. The sherry definitely shows up. But I feel like the virgin oak, like, really didn't do a whole lot. And I guess it could be the kind of thing where like, hey, we used a virgin oak barrel instead of like an ex-bourbon barrel, so that even though it was only aged for a couple of years, maybe it got more barrel impact. But I don't think there's any replacement for like using an ex-bourbon barrel and really giving it, 12. But the aroma is like significantly better than I remember at first. Like it came out rather nicely. Mosley's touching my dial. Don't touch my dial, Mosley. But those nice kind of like aromas are not replicating too much on the palate. It's just soft malty character. As soon as you swallow, you get some more like expression, maybe some spice, some sweet malts in there, but you also get like that like bitter chocolate, maybe even some tobacco. Like the finish is nice, actually. I'm really enjoying the finish. It's just the palate is like not keeping up with like the other ends. It's like we got a great nose and a great finish, and like the palate's like a disappointment. Each time I go to this nose, I feel like I get a little bit more. Not as vibrant as at first. But and every time I go to this finish, I feel like I get a little bit more. Which is surprising me a little bit because I didn't, with a younger whiskey that's not even Scotch, that wasn't really that expensive. You don't really expect much. And the palate is about what I would expect. And the aromas and finish are actually kind of impressing me a little bit for like against my expectation. And I think all it took is for this to open up some. And maybe this opened up a little bit more than it was supposed to, quote unquote, because this cork is actually kind of dog shit. Like, it's really not good. And maybe that actually helped. Maybe it having a shit cork actually helped the whiskey, because it got way more air than it would normally. But we can't keep it like that. But it's well developed. Like, that soft malt, I feel like I'm getting in there. I'm just getting more sweetness. I'm getting more, like, honeyed. That wax is in there. It's well integrated. I never get those strong aromas I got really at first, but, like I've repeated, but there's, like, feels like there's some, like, slight development on the aroma every time. It's quite nice, actually. Palate is just a soft, sweet, malty disappointment. Into the finish with that, like, sweet maltiness, some spice, some dark chocolate, tobacco, some barrel in there. What a perplexing whiskey. I wonder if this slaps at cask strength. I will say I'm interested in, like, I got this at a pretty good price near me. I don't know if this is normally carried, but man, I would like to get a 10 or a 15 of this brand, actually. Because this kind of, like, non-age statement double maturation, pretty impressive considering. And the regular price is cheaper than most 12-year scotch. So, you know. Alright, so I'm just going to score this aroma. Again, it's kind of that weird, like, fast development. If I was getting all those notes, it would get a better score. But right now it's like 17. I want to give it higher than 17, but it's not showing me those aromas again. Those, like, the flash in the pan, apple juice, apple, pear, chocolate raisin. They're like one and done, gone. Weird. And palate. Again, it's pretty lacking. Soft, sweet, malty flavors. Like, you know, what you'd expect from, like, kind of almost like an inert, like a refill bourbon barrel kind of whiskey. It's not great. Palette is like a 10. Like, it's really not great. And finish at a 25. Spice, malt, sweetness, tobacco, bitter chocolate, barrel, medium plus. Jeez. It's not 21. Itchy, itchy, itchy. You can have a 20. I can't give it 21, but man, it's pretty nice. Texture at a 10. Not too bad. Give it a 5. So my personal subjective opinion with this Americ Whisky Breton whiskey, single malt, double maturation. More impressive than I thought, to be honest. Like, based off of the first pours I've had of it, I didn't think that much of it. But the nose is not doing half bad things. Of course, we would love if like it kind of would not like take notes away in the first 20 seconds, but hey, those notes, we got them right at first, and that added to the dimension. But I kind of fade kind of into like kind of expected malty kind of notes, which, you know, there's a good range and they came through quite nicely and they're reasonable. So we give it a reasonable play there. Palate is most disappointing part by far. It's hard to get much out of it. But then, like, as soon as you swallow the liquid, you get a lot of flavor in the mouth, a lot of flavor evolution, flavor dimension. Whatever they're doing, the finish is great. So it's kind of like in the middle. It's like, hey, you know, it's got a great finish and, you know, pretty reasonable aroma, but the palate needs a lot of work. Is it doing anything new and interesting? No, not really. I don't know what the virgin Breton oak barrel would bring. That's like the thing, that's the wild card, new different thing that I've never experienced in any other kind of whiskey, and that didn't really provide much of anything new as far as I could tell. Nothing in here stood out to me as like, oh yeah, this is what French whiskey is like. It kind of just feels like kind of a scotch. It kind of just tastes like scotch, really. So in that respect, it wasn't really doing anything too wild or interesting. It's not forgettable. It's pretty reasonable considering, you know, it's a good value, I think. But among other whiskeys, you know, kind of just did fine. Stood out on its own a little bit. Give it a 6 out of 15, I suppose. We'll put these together with 30, 47, 53, 58. 58 out of 100. It's good. It's good, you know. And like the clear thing to me that would make this better is if you just gave it a palette. Gave it a palette at all. Any kind of palette would be nice. That would be good, don't you think? Don't you think, Chonkster? What? I see this. I see this here. What's this about? Oh, my hands are so itchy. God. The weather has not been kind. So, like that, I think we're about to get out of here. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. Appreciate you for being here. I will not be here on Wednesday. I don't think I'll be here at all on Wednesday. To be clear, so we're gonna take Wednesday off. We got an appointment, some stuff to do. So we're not gonna be here Wednesday, but we'll be here tomorrow, and hopefully get our new pirate level 70, and then we'll advance through the modern age, the modern content, I suppose. Yeah. Kitten. See if we can do some skinning, make some money. Hopefully we sell some stuff. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all. Thanks for being here, and subscribe to my various YouTube channels if you haven't already. That helps a lot. And I'll be back tomorrow. Peace.